Buenos días, Carmen. ¿Cómo estás?
Buenos días, Sofía. Bien, aquí esperando emocionante clase.
¿Cómo te fue este fin de semana?
Bien, bien. Yo estoy aquí tratando de comenzar mi día porque toca ir a trabajar. Aquí ya van a ser las 9, así que ya estoy yo, ¿cómo se llama eso? Concientizándome que comienza otra semana de trabajo.
Qué bueno, gracias a Dios. Tienes
Sí,
trabajo.
afortunadamente hay trabajo, sí, señora.
Mm,
A eso no hay que
Bueno,
tenerle miedo. Hay que tenerle miedo cuando no hay trabajo.
uy, sí. Uy, sí, yo hubo una temporada donde no tenía trabajo y ahora aprecio tanto, a pesar de lo cansada que esté, aprecio tanto el trabajo.
Sí, sí, pero mucha
Ujú.
gente no aprende eso hasta que no está sin trabajo.
Es verdad, es
Sí,
verdad.
demasiada confianza
Em,
también afecta.
sí, es verdad. Bueno, yo creo que vamos a ir empezando.
Ok.
Ya empecé la grabación.
Ujú.
So we're going to start this listening session. Can you please confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Well, welcome again, Carmen. It's a pleasure that you're here again in this listening session. Today we are going to practice our listening skill, and we're going to practice uh, how to use or identify when should we use informal or formal English. So the agenda is as usual. We're going to catch up a little bit. We're going to read the goal. We're going to do some activities and then we're going to conclude the session. Can you please help me reading this goal?
Yes, okay. Excuse me. By the end of the class, a student will be able to apply listening strategies to identify text types, distinguish formal and informal language,
Mhm.
answer C1 level, comprehension questions, and reflect on common listening challenges.
Thank you. Is there a word that you don't understand this goal, this paragraph?
Excuse me?
Is there a word? ¿Hay alguna palabra que no entiendas de este párrafo o todo?
No, I understand all the words, but I can't to pronounce, distinguish,
Mhm. Distinguish.
okay,
Mhm.
distinguish, and comprehension, yes?
Yeah, comprehension is like correct the way that you are saying
Comprehension,
comprehension. Mhm.
and, no,
Okay,
is
great.
okay.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, what we are going to do is that we are going to listen different types of like text or audios, and we will have to distinguish between formal or informal language, and then based on like the content of these sessions, we are going to answer some questions about it.
Okay.
So this is going to be our warm-up activity. Okay. Okay. So we are going to listen to this audio and then we will do like a short vocabulary game based on like the audio so we can start like practicing our listening skill.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Can you listen to the audio?
Yes, I can see. I can hear.
Okay, great.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Georgie.
Now, if I told you I'd been for a walk to see Big Ben and Buckingham Palace, you'd know straight away I was in London.
But what if my walk went past cafes selling mozzarella and ricotta, where I smelled freshly made cannolis and focaccia? Where would I be then?
Focaccia and mozzarella. Well, you'd be in Italy, right?
Yes, Italy, or Little Italy to be exact. The neighbourhood in some cities where Italian communities settled and made their home.
These Italian arrivals opened shops and cafes selling food to their own communities. Soon, dishes like spaghetti and meatballs attracted the attention of local people, and gradually, Italian food became famous around the world. In this program, we'll be taking a walk through two Little Italys, one in Argentina, the other in New York. And as usual, we'll be learning some useful new vocabulary as well. But before that, I have a question for you, Georgie. According to a recent YouGov poll, which Italian food is most popular with British diners? Is it A, pizza, B, lasagna, or C, garlic bread?
I think it must be pizza.
Okay, Georgie, I'll reveal the answer at the end of the program. One country Italians moved to was Argentina. In 1898, Giuseppe Banchero arrived in the neighborhood of La Bocca, the Little Italy of Buenos Aires, where many Italian immigrants started restaurants. Here, Hugo Banchero, grandson of Giuseppe, tells his story to Veronica Smink, reporter for BBC World Service program The Food Chain.
Well, my grandfather came from Italy, from Genoa, from Liguria. He was born in the center of Genoa and arrived here in 1898 at the age of 7.5. And this pizzeria where we are was founded on March 28, 1932. We have been here for 91 years.
So what culinary traditions did they bring with them?
Well, our culinary tradition is pizzeria, and we incorporated the faina from Genoa, which is a pizza with chickpea flour.
In 1898, Giuseppe founded his pizzeria, a restaurant selling pizza. When a business is founded, it's established. Someone starts it up or sets it up.
Giuseppe brought the culinary traditions from his home in Liguria in northern Italy, including regional pizzas like faina and furgazzetta. The adjective culinary describes anything connected with cooking.
But probably the best-known Little Italy in the world is an area of Manhattan's Lower East Side in New York. 90% of Italian immigrants who arrived in the US at the turn of the century came through this neighborhood.
De Palos, one of the original shops selling Italian food in Little Italy, has been serving customers for 113 years. Here, Lou De Palo, co-owner and great-grandson of the original owner Salvino, explains more about his family history to BBC World Service program The Food Chain.
1925, when my grandmother, Conchetta, and my grandfather, Luigi, got married, they opened their own shop. It's the shop we continue today. Being the fourth generation, working alongside my sister Marie and my brother Sal, and our children, the fifth generation, our business has expanded to represent the full food culture of the 20 regions of Italy. Little Italy is the stepping stone of the Italian immigrant. This is where many of the Italians first came through Ellis Island and then settled here and then eventually moved into mainstream America throughout the rest of the country.
Lou De Palo is the fourth generation of his family to run the shop, and his children will be the fifth. Phrases like fourth or fifth generation describe the children of people whose parents immigrated to a particular country.
After arriving in New York, many Italian immigrants moved on to start successful new lives elsewhere. That's why Lou calls Little Italy a stepping stone, an experience that helps you achieve something else, like a real stepping stone helps you cross a river. As a result, Italian newcomers became accepted in mainstream America. Mainstream meaning the culture and customs viewed as normal by most Americans.
It seems we owe a lot to Little Italy, but we still don't know which food is most popular here in the UK. Isn't it time to reveal the answer to your question, Neil?
Right, I asked you which Italian food is most popular in Britain, and you said pizza, which would be my guess too, but is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. In fact, the top choice for Italian food fans here in the UK is garlic bread. Right, let's recap the vocabulary we've learned from this programme on Little Italy, starting with pizzeria, a restaurant that sells pizza.
If something is founded, it's started or established.
The adjective culinary describes anything connected with cooking.
Phrases like fourth or fifth generation describe the children of people whose parents immigrated to a particular country.
A stepping stone is an event or experience that helps you advance or achieve something new.
And finally, the adjective mainstream describes the customs and culture which are accepted as normal by most people in a society. Once again, our 6 minutes are up. Until the next time here at 6 Minute English, it's ciao!
Ciao!
6 Minute English
From BBC.
Okay. What do you think about the audio? Oh, hi, David. Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. Hi, classmates. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Could you hear the audio, David?
I think it's clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
The,
so we're going
the,
to practice a little bit listening comprehension. So we are going to discuss a little bit what the audio talk. So what was the main idea of the audio? What were they talking about?
I think the audio tried to explain the transition of culture between Europe and South America, and the um, the I don't know. It's important to know the different classes of food or in the different countries
And what type
because
of food were they talking?
what? Repeat me, please.
What type of food were they talking during the audio?
Pizza and is the most important food. Pizza, Italian pizza, and selling the pizza in Argentina is
So
the tradition.
uh-huh, they were talking about like Italian food in different countries. What were the two countries that they were talking about? Where they talk about three, but they talk about two little Italies in two different countries. Do you remember what were those countries?
They
I
they talk.
Yes, David?
Okay. They talk about New York, Buenos Aires, and
Mm-hmm.
United Kingdom.
Uh-huh. So the people that were talking, they were from United Kingdom and they were talking about the little Italies that exist around the world. In specific in Argentina, Buenos Aires, in New York. And also another question. They said that like in the UK, they make a survey about like which is the most popular Italian food in the UK. Did you hear what was the answer?
Yes. First of all, the other person who answered, uh, it said that it was pizza, but
Mm-hmm.
it was wrong because the most popular food in UK it was the garlic bread.
Correct. Everyone thought that pizza was going to be the most popular food in the UK, the United Kingdom. Um, but surprisingly, it was garlic bread, which I love. I love garlic bread. Um, good job. Good job. Do you think that the audio was hard to understand, or you could easily understand the audio?
It was easier than others. For example, English accents. So like the
Mhm.
British accent was it was easy because when speaking another, I don't know if the person or something like that, but sometimes when people speak in British accent is more difficult than today, but it
Mm,
was easy.
that's good. I was afraid because like it was British accent, and British accent sometimes it can be like very hard to understand. But I'm glad you could understand that. Carmen, how was this audio for you? Could you easily understand? Were there some words that you couldn't understand, or what do you think?
I think the British English is more easy than the American English.
Okay.
when you understand the final words is very easy. I can study. I could no. I can or I could study for 1 month in London, and the English there is more easy.
Okay,
See,
that's good. So this audio was easy for you.
the yes, it's more easy, but my listening is not good in a few parts. In some parts of the audio, the person uh, talk very fast, and is uh, difficult for me understand the sentences.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sometimes they can talk very, very fast, and you can be like very hard to catch up with them.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we are going to do is that we are going to practice the vocabulary that we learned or we heard in the audio. So I'm going to send you a link of an activity that I created. You guys are going to pair the vocabulary with the meaning. And then when you are done, please send me the results through the chat and then we will review. Okay? I will give you
Okay.
5 minutes to complete.
Okay, teacher, thank
Mhm.
I don't have the link in the chat.
Oh, that maybe it's because you are you with the college account?
My chat is not working
Yo
for
creo que
this
es por
for
estás
this
desde la cuenta de tu universidad, de la universidad de la UNED.
Yes,
Sí, qué raro. Em,
sí, me acabo justamente logré vincular los dos ¿cómo se llama eso? Todos los correos en el del computador, y ahora no me funciona.
qué raro. Sí, pues como te puedes dar cuenta, el link lo acabo de enviar 2 veces en el chat. No sé si de pronto te sales de la reunión y vuelves a entrar para ver si así sí funciona.
Okay, one moment,
Ujú.
please.
Sí.
No, I don't, no, no. My
Listo, ya
chat
lo vuelvo a
no.
enviar otra vez.
Okay.
¿Lo recibiste?
No, no funciona. En, en
Ven, qué raro.
su, eh, en su entrada se puede ver si... Sí, me dice que el chat está desactivado para esta reunión.
Yo creo que es porque no escogiste la cuenta de la UNA, porque para hacer parte del chat
Claro, no,
debes
sí,
estar
tiene
en
que
la
ser.
cuenta de la UNA.
Claro, y aquí estoy con el correo abierto desde la UNAD. Entonces no
No, pero
entiendo.
la cuenta de Teams.
Es que yo lo abro desde el correo que me llega sin una cuenta.
Ah, es por eso. Porque la tienes que abrir
Ah,
directamente con la cuenta de la UNA de Teams, no desde otra cuenta. Por eso no te deja participar.
ya, déjeme mirar acá.
Great. Can you please send the
Un
results,
momento.
David?
Okay, teacher. Let me 1 second.
Okay. Yes, perfect. Thank you. We're going to do it again, so Karma can do it too. We're going to do it all together. Um, so we're going to wait for her. Ok, vamos a esperar unos minutos para que Carmen se vuelva a unir y lo hacemos todos, ¿vale?
Okay.
Pues listo, lo acabo de enviar otra vez por el chat, de pronto ya te sale, ¿me confirmas? Carmen, ¿me escuchas? Ok. ¿Tú me escuchas, David?
Yes, teacher.
Ok, perfecto. Listo. Ay, muchas gracias por haber enviado el pantallazo. Vamos a continuar con la clase y esperemos a ver a que todo le funcione a Carmen. Okay, so thank you very much for participating in the warm-up activity. Now we're going to get and listen more the audios for this session. So what we're pretty much going to do is that we are going to listen to some audios and then we are going to identify which vocabulary do we use when we want to like talk in an informal environment or in a formal environment. So we have these 6 phrases, and we are going to change these formal phrases into informal phrases that pretty much mean exactly the same thing, but of course, you are not going to talk in an informal way to your boss than to your best friend or mom. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Carmen. Okay, Carmen. So yeah, I don't know if you could hear. But yeah, what I was saying is that like we are going to change these 6 words into informal. Sorry, these informal sentences to formal sentences. So the first 3. Okay, let's do this all together. So we have the brackets, el paréntesis, and we are supposed to change it to these words. So what do you think it will be the first one? Good morning is formal there. How will we use there in an informal?
Hi there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So the first one will be hi there. What about the second one? Is pleasure to meet you. And we have good.
Good to see you. Or
Can you repeat it again?
good to see you.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you, or in this case, good to meet you. Okay. The third one, allow me to introduce you to some of my colleagues. Do you know what is allow me?
Yes, it's like, for example, to permit.
Sí, como permítame, yo le presento a alguno de mis trabajadores, de mis compañeros de trabajo.
It could be let me introduce you. Let me introduce.
Yeah, let me introduce. Or it can be come and meet some of my colleagues. Ujú. Esta parte de acá es como muy abierta a. Pueden haber bastantes opciones entre estas palabras en paréntesis para responder de una manera informal. Yo utilizaría el let me introduce porque siento que el come and meet es como muy mandatorio. y debo tener muchísima confianza con esa persona. Siento que una manera más informal, pero más central de decir allow me to introduce you will be let me introduce you. Okay, now
Okay.
what about the fourth one? Could I fetch you a coffee at all? Esto es muy británico.
Let me search
Mhm. Take your time.
the meaning.
I think that American English, we will never say fetch.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is very British. What do you think, Carmen? What do you think will be the fourth one? Could I fetch you a coffee at all? This pretty much means that, like, could I give you a coffee at all? Como que por lo menos podría ayudarte un café.
Well, could be in do you want a coffee? Or,
Sí, yo creo que para hacerlo como más formal, no formal, pero más nice, sería como que would you like a coffee?
okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like in a restaurant.
Ajá. O si utilizamos la palabra en paréntesis, podría ser could I fancy your coffee? I don't think so. It would be like, do you fancy a coffee? Interesante.
Mhm. Yeah, is fancy is
Gosh.
like decorative, elaborately expensive, high quality, elaborate,
Mhm.
mm,
Let's see what does.
superior.
See,
Yeah,
very much what you said, David. Do you fancy a coffee means do you want a coffee? Or would you like a coffee? But it's in a friendly way. Fancy in this concept is a verb that means want, like, or desire something. Very interesting. We
yeah.
learn something every day.
That is new. It's new. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we are
it's very new.
concentrating English, American English, and UK English is
Mhm.
totally different.
Yes. And fancy, yo lo utilizo más como cosas de lujo, más no como algo como friendly, como te gustaría. Entonces se aprende cosas nuevas cada día, definitivamente.
Yeah.
Mhm. What about the fifth one? It's very kind of you to offer.
Excuse me, is the in other words is the like the context, depend the context. The words change the meaning.
Yes. So depend on the context, depend on the area where you are, depending in a lot of factors. But for example, this word fancy um, is is used just in like British environment. This is like a British way to talk. Here in America, we don't never say fancy like this. We will say fancy like, oh, I want to get something fancy, like a Louis Vuitton bag or like a Chanel makeup, you know? But in this case, as we were reading here, fancy can mean, in this context, can be a verb, which is incredible because it's an adjective. It can be a verb that means want, like, or desire something. So here we can see again how English have a lot of exceptions based on like where you are, who you are talking to, the area, United States, United Kingdom. So there are a lot of factors um, that allow us that one adjective in this case can be changed to a verb. So it's crazy how the language is. But yeah, Okay, now the fifth one. It's very kind of you to offer. Es muy amable por parte tuya de ofrecerte. Viendo las respuestas, es why not. Am, lo veo más bien conectado como que alguien te diga como que quieres un café y tú digas, ay, que en sentido formal, ay, qué bueno eres al ofrecer, o eres muy amable al ofrecerte eso. Entonces, una forma informal sería como que ¿quieres café? Sí, ¿por qué no? Like, why not? Es la única opción que veo de una manera muy informal. Como que, sí, pues ¿por qué no? Y la sexta, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Como, it's cool to meet you.
Ujú. En este caso, it's great, usando las palabras en paréntesis.
Uh-huh.
It
It's great.
was
Great.
great to meet you.
Oh,
It was great to meet
Or it was good to meet you. Or it was nice to meet you. Podemos utilizar bastantes adjetivos que nos pueden ayudar a cambiar esto para una forma más informal. Okay, great. So now we are going to listen some conversations where we are going to listen informal and formal conversations, and then we're going to write words or phrases that help us to decide or to identify what type of audio we are listening, an informal or a formal. So what we are going to do is that we are going to play the audio, and you guys in the chat, you can just let me know, like, if you think that the first audio, do you think is informal or informal? Okay, so let's listen.
1.
Hi guys, how's things?
Okay, so what do you think about that question? Informal or informal? You can start writing your answers on the chat. It's going to vary. It's going to be like sentences, not like a whole dialogue, just like sentences. And depending on what you heard, you're going to say if it is formal or informal. Okay, David says informal. Karen informal. Okay.
1.
Hi guys, how's things?
2. Would you be so kind as to sign here, sir?
Would you be so kind and sign up here, sir?
3.
It's great to meet you. I've heard loads about you from Anna.
It's great to meet you. I've heard lots of you about Anna, from Anna. Informal. Okay.
4.
Mrs. Brown, may I introduce you to my father?
May I introduce you to my father?
5.
Fancy getting a pizza on the way home?
6.
Mrs. Brown, may I introduce you to my father?
5.
Fancy getting a pizza on the way home?
Fancy to get a pizza on the way home.
6.
Good afternoon. How may I be of assistance?
Good afternoon. How? Blah, 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 assistance.
7.
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know how that happened. Allow me to fetch you another.
Allow me to dun another. Carmen said informal. What do you say, Debbie?
I guess it's formal.
Okay.
8.
Gotta go now, guys. See you later.
Gotta go now, guys. See you later.
9.
I wonder if you could help me. I appear to be lost.
wonder if you could help me. I appear to be lost.
10.
No worries. Another time, maybe. See you later.
No worries, another time maybe. See you later.
1.
Okay, informal and informal. Okay, now we're going to check. Okay, so the first one was informal, as you said. I think, yes, you guys said informal. Hi guys, how's things? Second one is formal. Would you be so kind as to blah blah blah, sir? You both say formal. And then the third one is great too. I've heard loads. It's informal too. You said informal. Mr. Brown, may I? And then you say formal. Good afternoon. How may I be of assistance? You say both formal. Terribly sorry. Allow me to fetch. Formal too. I don't understand. I gotta, guys, is informal. Gotta is like got to go. And it changed to informal. Got it. And then I wonder appear to be. And then you say, I think you say, check. Carmen says formal. David said informal. And the last one, no worries, see you later, is informal. So what do you guys think about this? Was it a hard audio to understand? Or it's very easy to understand informal and informal audios?
It was easy, teacher, but because the vocabulary from UK is different, we confuse some words. I confuse some words, but is in the audio to listen.
That's true. And they talk very fast too. So it's like you have to like catch up with what they're saying very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to. I don't know what is the correct word to afinar in my ear to when I listen podcasts in English, British English. So I try to do that. For example, when you do a English test like the TOEFL or etc. All the audios are mixed, right? Like British English from American, from Australian, different kind of accents. And if you don't have a good listening, you are going to lose the exam.
That's true. Last week, actually, I was talking to Carmen and to other students in other sessions, and I was inviting them to like start listening to from different accents from Scotland, Australia, New Zealand, America, United States, United Kingdom, Ireland. Like it can be very hard to identify and learn how they speak, but it's very important to at least know what type of accent is that and trying to like understand it. Because in the TOEFL, you will just listen audios from like very weird places with weird accents, because that's what they want. They want to know, like, even though whatever you are, you have a good English, so you can like understand, listen, and understand. Okay, now, Carmen, can you please help me reading the listening strategy?
Listening strategy. As you listen, focus on futures that tell you what type of text you are hearing, e.g. news, interview, advertisement, notice, story, review, joke, etc. And what the topic is. Such clues include register formal or informal, subject, vocabulary, or the speaker's tone or of voice.
Okay. Is there a word that you don't understand?
I see to pronounce to futures the
Features.
are futures
Features. Uh-huh.
features okay
Features.
features
Features.
okay thank
you. Okay, so yeah, what we are going to do is that we're going to listen, and from that we're going to match with I don't understand. So for example, we have A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. So the first audio we have to match it with letter A, B, or C, or D, or E, of F. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio twice, and then your guys are going to write the answers, the match in the chat, and then we will review. Okay.
Okay.
1. Hey, I forgot to tell you. Joe and Anna are moving to Paris.
Really? Isn't that a bit sudden? How did that happen?
His company offered him a job out there. They're going for at least a couple of years. 2.
The girl said to the boy, "You would be a good dancer except for two things." And the boy asked, "What two things?" And the girl answered, "Your feet."
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her...
Okay, but like try to put like audio one match with letter C, like something like that. So the information won't be confused. I'll play it again. Hi.
Hey, I forgot to tell you. Joe and Anna are moving to Paris.
Really? Isn't that a bit sudden? How did that happen?
His company offered him a job out there. They're going for at least a couple of years. 2.
The girl said to the boy, "You would be a good dancer except for two things." And the boy asked, "What two things?" And the girl answered, "Your feet."
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her, and people named her Sleeping Beauty. 4.
I'd like you to tell me a little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Certainly. For the past 2 years, I've been employed as a designer for a clothing company in London called Inspirational.
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
6.
You rang, my lord.
I did, Milton. Has there been any message from Lady Honoria today?
I'm afraid not, my lord.
Are you sure, Milton?
Quite sure, my lord. Were you expecting something?
It's of no importance, Milton. You may go back to your duties.
Very good, my lord.
Okay. Now let's see. We're going to listen one by one.
1. Hey, I forgot to tell you. Joe and Anna are moving to Paris.
Really? Isn't that a bit sudden? How did that happen?
His company offered him a job out there. They're going for at least a couple of years. 2.
So that one match with a chat between friends. They are talking about that someone is going to move to Paris. The second one will be D.
The girl said to the boy, "You would be a good dancer except for two things." And the boy asked, "What two things?" And the girl answered, "Your feet."
Clearly it's a joke.
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her to sleep for 100
Story.
years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her, and people named her Sleeping Beauty.
4. I'd like you to tell me a little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Certainly.
Current job.
For the past 2 years, I've been employed as a designer for a clothing company in London called Inspirational.
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
It's a review.
6.
You rang, my lord.
I did, Milton. Has there been any message from Lady Honoria today?
I'm afraid not, my lord.
Are you sure, Milton?
Quite sure, my lord. Were you expecting something?
It's of no importance, Milton. You may go back to your duties.
Very good, my lord.
Okay, do you guys know what is a play? Es un acto, como de teatro. That's why they were talking like that.
Yes, because they are talking like,
Okay.
oh, say that something.
Yeah, it was like a weird audio, the way that they are talking. Okay, this is the end of the session. Do you have any questions, any suggestion? I just sent the attendance link on the chat. Could you understand the differences or the types of like audios that we might hear in a real life? Like formal, informal, in a job interview, in a play, a review, in a podcast. It's very important to know how to identify this and like how in that way we can learn the different vocabulary, informal or informal vocabulary. Okay.
I guess that the I need to learn different kind of things because you have to use in informal situation and in informal situation too. Sometimes words or or a sentences doesn't work in some contexts, right? So we need learn to different that.
Yes. So depending on the context or where we are, the vocabulary can be very, very different. That's true.
I think it's very difficult to understand the modism in the different form of the pronunciation because if there is a different forms to speak English, two is different. The modis is the more difficult words. Can be meaning the same, but is different. Right? Writing.
Yeah, I would say that it is more like that one word can have like different meanings, and that makes it like very confusing. For example, today the new like expression that we learned, fancy. Fancy, I thought
Yes.
that it was something like luxurious, but it can be something like would you like to? So those modism are the ones that we have to learn, but the only way that we learn it is by listening and like getting to the culture. That's it. So like I would suggest you to listen to different audios from like different countries. Or if you just want to like focus your learning in just one accent, that's good too, to learn like the slang of like American or United Kingdom English. So that's very important too. That will help us a lot to understand the audios for future exams.
Yeah, it's important. Yes. For example, I I said that I want to perfect my English uh, like what is the name of Adele? You know who is the singer? Adele.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she speaks too fast, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, to understand when 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 she is talking, very difficult. So
That's true. Really difficult. Mm-hmm. That's true. Okay, it was a pleasure to have you here in this session. I hope to see you in another session during the week. I hope you have a great day, guys. And yeah, that will be it for today.
thank you, teacher.
Okay. Thank
Have
you
a
very much.
bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.